My mic's live right now. Hey, y'all. Mute number 2. There you go. That one. Yeah.
Put off.
Mute. Off.
Said you caught me by the up when the lights out. You were glistening that night, always lights out. We were diamonds in the sky, we were both so hot. Didn't know you weren't authentic. I was caught up in your life, didn't find out till I saw you with that guy. What was that about? Told me you were only mine, don't get mad now. Feels like love, but it's so hectic. Is it love or is it hell? Babe, only time will tell. Is it love or is it hell? Don't break my heart, don't let me down. Turn your back, cause I need you now. Said I need somebody here for one last time. Let me hold the feeling now, it will be alright. Break my heart, don't let me down. Turn your back, cause I need you now. Said I need somebody here for one last time. Let me hold the feeling now, it will be alright. Got me feeling on the high when you walk out. Keep it playing in my mind, now I'm maxed out. Was supposed to end the shop, but it's open up. Seems like a move you have perfected. Cause you saw me on the fly on a night out. Now I'm always on your mind, but you have doubt. Is it worth another try? Is it smart now? Feels like love, but it's so hectic. Said I need somebody here for one last time. Let me hold you through the night, it will be alright. Break my heart, don't let me down. Turn your back, cause I need you now. Said I need somebody here for one last time. Let me hold you through the night, it will be alright. Break my heart, don't let me down. Turn your back, cause I need you now. Said I need somebody here for one last time. Let me hold you through the night, it will be alright.
All right. That's enough of that. That's enough of that song. Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Friday Morning Live. What do y'all think? Y'all liking this or what? Come on, man. We got coffee. We got donuts. No, we ain't got donuts. They don't make keto donuts just yet, so we got to wait on that. Anyway, let me get over to this screen so we can see stuff. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to discuss how to get into any studio as an intern or an assistant. Look, I'm a studio owner and a manager, and I run the place. And I get inundated. This is the time of year I get inundated with resumes and people calling, asking if we do internships and things like that. This is that time of year. So I thought I'd bring this up on basically how to help you get into a studio as an intern or an assistant at any time, but this is a good time to talk about it because we're starting to see resumes of people that are graduating their audio schools or the colleges or whatever, wherever they went to school and things like that. Man, some of these things, I'll just say they suck, So I'm going to help you understand what it is I'm looking for from a studio owner perspective, okay? If you want, you can go to, there's a free PDF you can go download right now. You can go to www.learnperrecording/intern and download this free PDF that we're going to talk about today. I'm just going to kind of paraphrase on it, and then I'm going to open it up to questions and answers. You guys can feel free to ask anything, not necessarily about this stuff. You could ask about Pro Tools. You could ask about recording. Just ask me anything. You can ask me where I got my shirt. I don't care. Whatever you need to know. Okay. We're just having a good time. We're doing this all month. I thought I'd try it just to help out and see if I could gather some people together to help you, show you kind of things that to help you get into your own studio. You actually have the ability to start making money with your studio like right now, and I can help you with that. There's, basically hashtag quit your day job, come on over to this side, start doing music and making audio your living, start making your money doing this. So with that, I guess we can get started. You guys ready? Why don't we wait a few minutes, let some other people get in here in case they're running a little late. If you guys, I want you to comment and tell me where you're looking at us from. Tell me where you're coming from. Go to the chats. You can leave the camera on. We leave the camera on. Y'all can look at me, huh? That's all right. All right. So with that, I guess we can just get going. Let's start with tip number 1. So let's do this. Let me you leave that up. It's fine. Let me my assistant over here, George. George is awesome. He took time out of his day to come over and help me press buttons because the buttons are way over there. So he came over to help me out with this stuff. So I appreciate you, George, man. Thank you so much for coming over. Yeah, man. So a disclaimer, man. I'm like I said earlier, I'm an actual studio owner, and I get tons of resumes about this time every year, and it's a thing. So I came up with these tips to help you guys stand out in the crowd of all the resumes that guys like me are getting, that people like me are getting right now. Okay. We are a Grammy winning studio, Grammy nominated, Grammy winning studio. And we've been here 17 years in this building. And we got 3 studios in this building. It's pretty dope. We have a good time. There's plenty of room for interns and assistants and apprentices. So, I'm trying to help you guys get into a studio wherever you are, whatever part of the world you're in, whatever part of, if you're in the United States, whatever. These tips will help you wherever you are. Okay. So tip number 1, here's a tip number 1. If you guys are sending resumes out to a bunch of different studios at the same time, okay, do a little research. This is helpful. If you do a little research and maybe direct that email with the resume to me directly, know my name and put my name on the email, attention, Donnie, this is for you. This is my resume. I'm excited. I want to be at your studio as an intern. Okay. That kind of thing. So do a little research into the studio that you really want to go to, and maybe mention the manager or the studio owner by name, directed directly to them. Or at the same time, you can even put a little bit of maybe that you've looked at it and you say something like, oh, dude, I see you guys have a TubeTech CL1B in your Studio A. That's my favorite compressor for vocals. That shows me that you actually did a little bit of research and that you care and that you really want to be here because you took the time, effort, and energy to go find out what kind of equipment I have. You found out what my name was, what my position was, and you sent that email directly to me. So another thing, man, is if you're sending that same resume out to multiple studios at the same time, and you're just blanket sending it out to 40 studios in your neighborhood or in your town, right? Don't just carbon copy everybody. I don't want to see that you sent your resume to 40 other people. Make it a blind carbon copy just so I don't see it. It's okay that you have a generic cover letter, which we're going to talk about in a second, cover letters. It's okay that you have a generic cover letter and resume that you're sending out to everyone. But at the same time, you kind of want to stand out by doing a little research and letting people know that you actually care and you looked into the studio that you want to go intern at. Okay. So, and again, like I said, man, don't just have a list of studios that you're sending your thing to. I really don't want to know that. When I see these things, and this is what happens as a studio owner, when I see this, it shows me that you're just fishing. You're just fishing for a studio and you send it to 40, 50 places in your town and that kind of thing. So that bothers me. So what I do is I just trash it. I don't even go in and look at it. Usually I don't even go in and look at it unless something in the cover letter or something in the email stands out. I'm trashing it. I don't want to know about it. All right. Tip number 2 is check your spelling and your grammar. Ladies and gentlemen, you are supposed to be a college graduate. Please check your spelling. I mean, seriously, I know it's a small thing, and hey, I'm guilty of it myself. If you guys have looked at if you've looked at the course that I have online, or you've looked at some of the things that I send out, some of the PDFs, even this one that you just downloaded about this thing, getting the gig as an intern, you might find misspelled words, but hey, we're all guilty of that. But check and double check your spelling and your grammar. It's super important. Okay. I mean, I do know that we're all guilty of it. But a bigger thing is maybe you're not texting your friend, so instead of writing you are or your, like YOU''RE, you put the letter U and the letter R. Please don't do this. If you do this to me, I'm trashing it. I'm throwing your resume away. I'm not even going to look at it. You're not texting your friends. You're not hanging out with, dude. If your email subject, if I get an email from someone looking for a intern position or an assistant position, and the subject of the email it says, "Yo, what's good, bro?" Trash. I am not playing. You got to be super professional. Try to be super professional. Check your spelling and your grammar. That's super important. Man, there was a studio. I don't know, George. I don't know if you remember this, man. There was a studio in Hollywood called the Record Plant. They're actually still there. Have you been there? Okay. You guys may remember it, man. Back in the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s, man, this place was amazing. It was run by a lady called Roseman Cherney, Ed Cherney's wife. And she ran this place like a military base. I mean, it was like the interns were like all dressed the same. They all had button-up shirts with their name embroidered on it. Dude, it was prestigious to get an internship at the record plant. But usually, you guys can attest to this, man. You guys that were interns at the record plant. If you were an intern at the record plant, you went on to work in studios because anybody that came to me and said, "Hey, man, I was an intern at the record plant for a year," that is a guy that I want to work at my studio because I know that guy has some grooming from record plant that was amazing. I mean, Roseman Cherney ran that place. She was very strict with her interns, but it showed. The interns were awesomely respectful. They did their job. They knew their job and they did their job. And that was a great place to be, man. I don't know how it is now. I haven't been there in years. So I'm not really sure how the intern program works over there, but that's yet another studio you can send your resume to. Yeah, dude, the record plant was always a tough one to try to get in because everybody wanted to get there, you basically had to wait for somebody to die off to get in there. The wait list was so long. It was crazy. Morning coffee. All right. So tip number 3, we touched on this a little bit earlier. Include a cover letter, okay, or an introduction letter. So, just include a cover letter, and in the cover letter you can direct it directly to me. "Hi, Donnie, how are you? Good to see you," or "Mr. Baker," however you're feeling. If you're feeling super respectful, that's perfectly fine. And then mention something about my particular studio. "Oh, I see that you guys have a gold record from that guy. That's one of my favorite records, man. Did you guys mix that at your studio?" Dude, that shows me that you actually did some research and you actually want to be here on your cover letter. You know what I mean? And then as far as your resume format, your resume type, kind of irrelevant, but at the same time, I don't need a bunch of crap. I don't need to know stuff from when you were in elementary school. Really don't need to. We can talk about that later when you're here and we're sitting around bullshitting or whatever. Excuse the language, but you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You don't really need to put that in your resume that you want a spelling bee in first grade. It's kind of irrelevant for what we're talking about today. It is kind of also irrelevant to if you name drop all over your resume. Don't really care about that. We've talked about this before, man, about, being like Pro Tools certified. And if you are Pro Tools certified, it's okay to put that in your resume. It doesn't sway me one way or the other. We've discussed this before. You guys know my opinion about the certification. We talked about it last time. Last time we were live. Well, did you guys enjoy last week? Man, last week was pretty dope. We kind of deviated from the what I had planned, and we just did that live thing with the 12 gauge shotgun shell mics, the 12 gauge mic company guy. And it was pretty cool. The files came. I mean, the drums came out really cool. We just used the 12 gauge mics on that thing. It was fun. So we kind of deviated a little bit. Look, hopefully you guys don't get pissed off or upset that I'm talking to you about this kind of stuff, about not sending your spelling bee award on your on your resume. But I'm just trying to help out, man. I'm not trying to demean anybody or make anybody feel bad. I'm just trying to help you stand out in the crowd. And the biggest thing, honestly, is the research showing me that you actually looked into my studio. You know what I mean? And don't if you send your resume and everything as an attachment, I'm less likely to click on the attachment just because of spam stuff and I don't know, somebody might try to send something through that shouldn't come through, if you know what I mean. But just make your resume as part of the email. Just include it in the email. You don't need to make it an attachment. I don't need to know. I don't need to hear your songs that you've worked on. Don't send me MP3s. If you want to send me a link to your Spotify, that's totally fine. Put it in your resume or in your cover letter. That's clickable. That's totally fine. I don't have a problem with that. I actually don't mind listening to some of your mixes. And that way it kind of gauges and lets me know, how you're doing. And there's always room for growth in mixing. You guys know this. I mean, I've been doing it for 30 years and I still find cool. I'm still on YouTube, man. Like, oh shit, I should try that. So there's all kind of stuff, man. All right, let's go to tip number 4. Okay. Tip number 4 is that tip number 4? It is, huh? I screwed that one up. That's okay. Hang on. Okay. No, that's right. I just named it something different on the screen. Tip number 4 is do a follow-up call. Remember what I don't know, George, did your grandma ever tell you this, that the squeaky wheel gets the grease? Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all know this. The squeaky wheel grandma told y'all this. The squeaky wheel get the grease. So you know what? Go out there and be squeaky. Just go out there and be squeaky. And what I mean by this is do a follow-up call. This is what's going to make you stand out from everybody else that just sent a resume to 40 studios. If they don't do a follow-up call, that means to me that they either got an internship someplace else, or they don't care enough to, they're not into it. You know what I mean? Because they didn't do a follow-up call. A follow-up call is as simple as doing this. A day or two after you send your resume via email to the person, directed to the person, a day or two after, call the studio. Ask for that person that you sent the resume to by name. Okay? And then ask that person, once that person gets on the phone, ask that person, hey, I sent you my resume a couple of days ago. I just want to make sure you got it. And if you have any questions, we can discuss. Dude, it's that simple. It is that simple. And that's going to make you stand out amongst all the other applicants that don't do a follow-up call. But now that I've given the secret, everybody's going to be doing a follow-up call, right? So in the follow-up call, you might want to stand out. Be super excited, be super happy that, that the guy took your call, and let them know that, hey man, again, you've done your research. So you know about the studio. Let them know that, hey man, I see that you guys worked with this. That's one of my favorite artists, bro. You guys worked with this guy and he's one of my favorite artists. I love the mix that you did on this other record 3 years ago, bro. Do some research. It's not going to hurt you. It's only going to guarantee you to get into that studio that you really want to get into. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man. Just do a follow-up call. That shows me that you're a hustler and that you want to get in. You know what I'm saying? All right, tip number 5. All right, tip number 5 is that you've got the in-person. So you sent me a resume. You did a follow-up call. I asked you to come in for an interview just to see if you like me, see if I like you, see if you like the studio, see if you even want to be here. You know what I mean? We can talk about what the internship or assistant position entails, what it's going to be doing, what's going to be expected of you as an intern or an assistant, that kind of thing. And so when you come to this interview, when you come to this in-person interview, dude, don't come dressed like you're going to the beach. The other extreme, don't come dressed like you're just going to your high school prom. Don't need to be wearing a suit and a tie. I mean, if you were going for a position at a retail position, selling cars or selling real estate, yeah, I might want to see you dressed up. but this is a music recording studio, man. But be professional. You know what I'm saying? Long pants go a long way. I'm just saying, short pants are for the beach. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of those things, man. It kind of shows again the respect and the professionalism of you coming into my studio that I've built, from the ground up for the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And respecting that position and looking like you want the position, so be professional. You don't have to be super dressed up, but be professional. Another tip about being professional, man, don't come in my door smelling like you just put the blunt out when you came in. You know what I'm saying? You're giggling. It's funny. George is over here giggling, man, but it's true, bro. It happens. If that happens, I'm gonna respect you because you came all the way over, and I'm gonna spend a little time talking to you, but I'm not gonna put you on my schedule. That's just how it's gonna work. Look, we all do what we do. We all enjoy what we enjoy, whether it's alcohol or weed, whatever. But there's a time and a place. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Don't come into the interview smelling like you just put the blunt out. All right. And then on the other side of that, don't come to the interview smelling like you're going to the club. Some of us are a little bit more sensitive to things like perfumes and colognes and things like that. And sometimes it gets in the way, myself included. I'm a little more sensitive to scent than some people. And I have been known to have that conversation with interns and with assistants, hey, can y'all calm down on that a little bit? It bothers me, so, but they're usually pretty respectful about it. And then, don't do it again. So that's totally fine. But don't come to the interview like you just splashed on all the stuff like you headed to the club, and the other extreme, man, don't come in smelling like you just came from the gym, just try to be neutral in the smell department. That's my whole point. All right. So again, don't be offended. Don't be mad. I'm trying to help. Okay. These are things that we look, that conversation about smelling bad or smelling too good, if you want, too much perfume or, too much funk. That's a difficult conversation to have sometimes with people, it's one of those things, man. It's just really uncomfortable to talk about. But generally, if you talk about it and respectfully talk about it, dude, I'm not going to go to a person and go, dude, you fucking stink. Oops, sorry. I don't think we can bleep that out, man, but whatever. Sorry about that, guys, but I'll try. I'm trying. Just look, we're normal people. This is what we do. This is how we are. This is what happens. So sometimes it slips out. But again, don't be offended. I'm only trying to help. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad about what they do and how they do it. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Tip number 6. So you get the gig. So you sent me a resume. You did a follow-up call. I called you in for an interview. I liked you. I put you on my calendar. I put you on my schedule. You show up. Okay. Now you're on my schedule. You're coming in. Big ass tip. Be on time. Be on time. Okay. We have a saying in this business. If you're early, you're on time. I know we've talked about this before, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to talk about it again. And you're probably going to hear it again before we're done. Okay. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're fired. It is that simple. And yes, it is that cut and dry. There's no working around it. You can use the excuse, there's traffic. Bro, again, there's traffic. You live in Los Angeles. Anybody that's been in Los Angeles, you get off the bus from Iowa and you go, damn, that's traffic. I mean, there's traffic. This is Los Angeles. This is what we're known for. Sunshine and traffic. Am I kidding, George? No, I'm not. I ain't kidding. All right. So we know there's traffic. So there's traffic. Leave 15 minutes early. You know what I'm saying? If my engineers, all right. So again, if one of my engineers is late for a session, and it does happen, maybe you don't account for the accident that's going to, be on the freeway. It's going to block the freeway. Maybe you don't account for that. And you're like, oh crap, you call me, dude, big ass accident. I'm going to be late. That's cool. That's totally fine. I will cover until you get here. But if you're like chronically late for sessions, dude, I'm not going to call you. Okay. All the people that actually work here, are independent contractors. They're not employees. So I kind of can't tell them what to do and when to do it. And they're not they don't punch a time clock. I call in contractors when I need someone to work a session. That's what happened. I've got a list and I go down my list. If engineer number 1 is busy doing something else, I go to engineer number 2. If engineer number 2 is not available, I go to engineer number 3. If engineer number 3 doesn't show up on time, he gets taken off my list. I don't call him ever again. So I don't fire people. I just don't call you again. And being late is one of those things that just, if you're chronically late, I mean, generally, I'm going to not call you again. So understand that. So it's really important that you show up on time. I prefer that my engineers show up 30 minutes in advance of the session. If you're booked at 11, I want you here at 10:30. I want you here to set up and have it be comfortable, get your coffee, be ready to go. When the client walks in, they just want to go. They don't want to hang out and watch you make coffee, So do that. Okay, tip number 7. Here we go. Make yourself valuable and irreplaceable. This is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is once you get into a studio. So you've sent a resume. We'll go through the list again. You sent a resume, you sent a cover letter, you did a follow-up call. I called you in for an interview. You got the gig. You show up. You're on time. Everything's cool. Now you need to make yourself invaluable. You need to make yourself irreplaceable. So by what I mean by this is do things that are not, don't be normal. This is a great time to not be normal. Stand out. Do stuff that helps you stand out from everyone else. Again, you're going to create a job for yourself. You're going to create a place for you to work eventually. We had an intern, man, not that long ago. Well, 6 years ago, 5 years ago now. And he wasn't a student. He called me and he wasn't out of school or anything. He actually called me. He was actually a client here at the studio. And then he went home. They were from Alabama. So they came here to work with a producer that's right next door to me. They actually did their drums here at my studio. And then a couple of months later, the guy called me. He said, "Hey, man, I'm moving out to Los Angeles. I want to learn how to work in a studio. Can I work in your studio? I loved when we were there with the drums. I'd love to be an intern at your studio." And this guy, I like this guy, man. This guy's like super nice, super respectful. And again, he's got the hustle because he reached out. So I said, "Yes, come see me when you get to town. We'll talk. We'll hang out. We'll see if this will be a good match." So he gets here. We hit it off. He's a nice guy, super nice. So we put him on the schedule. Dude, this kid would come in the first day. He was pretty much here every day. The first day he came in, first thing he does is go to the trash can, check it, make sure it's empty. If it wasn't empty, he'd take the trash out. Then he'd look around, he'd grab it. He asked me the first day he's here, he's like, "Yo, man, you got a vacuum? I'll vacuum the hallway." He goes and gets the vacuum and starts every day. Comes in and first thing he does is take the trash out. Next thing he does is vacuum the hallway. Bro, this guy. And then if I ever needed help with anything, he was right there. He was like, "Hey, man, you go grab me the mic cable, go grab me the thing." Right there. He was the dude. So when he wasn't actually doing intern or assistant work, if there was an empty room, or even he would even sit on the couch with a laptop and just watch YouTube videos on how to use Pro Tools. I mean, this kid really wanted to be an engineer. He really wanted to be in a studio as a producer and an engineer. So eventually, maybe 8 months, a year later, he's got a key to my front door. He's one of my main engineers, bro. I mean, seriously, this guy just came in and hustled and hustled and hustled and hustled. And now he's one of my main dudes. He's like he's like the main dude that I call because he lives close too, which helps. I've got another guy that we call in a lot, and he lives in, maybe 20 miles away. I was going to say he lives in Van Nuys, but you guys don't know where Van Nuys is. Some of you guys might not know where it is. If you're watching me in, I don't know, Michigan, you might not know where. Van Nuys is 20 miles away. So, but that's what I'm saying, man. I got like 2 or 3 main guys that I call all the time. And this kid is one of them, man. He's awesome. Clients love him. He's got that Alabama country ass accent, you know what I mean? And clients love him, man. He's just such a nice guy. Everybody loves working with him. But the other thing too is that he's super talented as a producer and as an engineer, man. He's really good at what he does, But we'll talk about this some other time, man. But he's got a template. I don't understand his template. But it's perfect for him. But I don't ever say anything because he loves it and it works it's perfect for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny. We'll talk about that another time, though. We will. Let's bring that up maybe next week or something. I forget what we're talking about next week. Do you remember, George? I forget what we're going to talk about next week. Anyway, we'll post it. It'll be okay. I'll send you guys an email. You'll be all right. Speaking of that, go get on my list. If you guys aren't on my list, man, you should be on my list. Go get on my list. I think it's got the one down at the bottom. The esaudio.com. Yeah, there you go. Learn Pro. Oh no, that's the email. Just go to www.learnprorecording.com, and if you download this PDF, it's going to put you on my list. Okay. So if you want to download the PDF, it's /intern, learnprorecording.com/intern. Or if you just want to sign up, I think the free thing right now is the studio growth formula, which we did a whole YouTube thing on that. If not, we'll do it. Okay. But basically talking about how to grow your studio without a bunch of money up front. I can help you with that, man. That's what I'm here for. I am here to be your mentor and your coach. As far as not only how to do recording, which microphone is best to use on female vocals, which my favorite compressor, how do you use a compressor, how do you use an EQ, not only that stuff, but also how to do business as a music studio. Not necessarily the music business. I'm talking about the business of music, working in music to make your business. Okay. I can help you with all of that stuff because I did it. This thing that you see here, all the stuff that you see, if you go to that other camera there, George, the GoPro, I think it's one or two. I don't know. There you go. Oh, look. Hey, this is a mess. This is what the live looks like. I don't know if y'all see it. I got a mic. I got a thing. I got a computer. There's another computer over there. There's another computer. There's what? 4 computers in here right now, George? Yeah. Okay. There you go. Hey, that's what it looks like from the booth. If you guys were in the booth singing, this is what you see. Hey, sing right. Don't screw up. Stop. So, that's kind of funny. Anyway, back to it. All right. So, but anyway, all the studio here, this is our studio B, man. This is our small room. But this whole studio started on my dining room table. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what the studio growth formula is. That's what you get when you just go to the website, click the blue button that says send me my free guide. The free guide is 7 steps to building your studio. Okay. Called the studio growth formula. So go check that out if you want. Even if you guys are already on the list, then, that's really cool. All right. So, don't be the other kind of intern. Tip number 8. We'll get to tip number 8 in a sec. There it is. Get rid of that other thing on the screen, that sign up for free. That's kind of a pain in the ass, isn't it? You got to take one off before you put the other one on, but whatever. We're figuring stuff out. We're technicians. We're just not camera people, man. It's kind of messed up, dude. Anyway, so tip number 8 is don't be like the other guy. Be like the first guy that I talked about with the hustle, with the vacuum, with the checking the trash, with everything. You know what I'm saying? So don't be like this guy, though, the second guy, man. The second guy just comes in and all he wants to do is work on his own stuff. He just wants to get into a studio. He doesn't want to do there's no exchange for what he wants to do, Maybe don't be like that guy, or there's another type guy that, we, as an intern and an assistant, we're going to let you sit in sessions. You're going to be a part of sessions, but if you're sitting in on a session and you start asking questions and disrupting the session, asking the engineer stuff. Oh, what are you doing there, man? What's that, an EQ? Don't do that during the session. You maybe write down in a little notebook some questions that you have and ask the engineer after the session. Or don't try to help the guitar player learn how to, tell him a different way to tune his guitar because better. Don't do that. If you do that and you disrupt the session or you get in the way of the creative process, you're not going to be asked back. Okay. So keep that in mind. Don't be like that guy. All right. So what's next? Here's what's next, man. You just go that last one. There you go. You can download download this PDF. There's a lot more information. There's some links in there, stuff like that. So download this PDF. Go to www.learnprorecording.com/intern. Get that downloaded and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Soak up all the information that you can. Once you get into a studio, stay in that studio. Just stay there, man. Bring a sleeping bag, bro. Seriously. Be that guy that just never, be that guy that I'm going, dude, come on. Do you have a life? Do you have a home? Be that guy because that's the guy that's going to win. That's the guy that I want to hang out with, When I was an intern, which I did this, I mean, this is how I got where I am. You guys asked one time for me to, share how I got where I am. I'm going to do a whole live thing on that, how I got from starting until now, I don't think it's that interesting, but somebody might, I don't know. Somebody might want to know. I don't know. But anyway, once you get into a studio, soak it up, man. But be respectful. Don't disrupt sessions. Be the guy that I want to hang out with. Be the guy that I want to come in every day. Ooh, the coffee's good. But be that guy. All right. Don't just grow yourself into a position, man, that's going to keep you in that studio. You know what I mean? And just good luck in your future. Be the guy that you want, be the intern that just, I would be sad if you left, that I want to keep you here. I want to grow you into being an engineer that I can count on, that I can depend on to take care of my clients when they come in. That's what I'm looking for. And we pay well. Most studios pay really well for your services as an engineer. I mean, and if you hustle it, you're going to do fine. You're going to make money. You're going to be the guy that survives it, Look, if this were easy, everyone would do it. That's the gig, man. If this were really easy, the place would be filled with people all the time. But it's not easy. This is a rough job. It's a rough life. It's a rough gig. It's hard. It's long hours. It's a lot of concentration. It's a lot of energy. It's just, there's just so much. And I try to bring it to you in these lives so that you understand it. And hopefully we're reaching somebody. Hopefully we're helping somebody. Let us know in the comments if this is helping, and if you got any questions or anything. So that's all I got for you on the learning. Let's open it up to questions and answers. You guys can ask anything. Ask whatever. Ask anything about. I got a Pro Tools session up, so you could ask about Pro Tools. You could ask I don't know, George. What do you want to ask, man? Anything? You got any questions, George?
Off guard really quick.
Oh, sorry. You can go to the chat and keep the chat up if you want. So if questions come in, we can see them. Y'all got any questions? Ask away. Come on now. I can't tell how many people are viewing. So can you tell on your thing? On your 3? No, we get 3 people there. Somebody ask something. Just say something. Say hello. I don't care. Let me know that you can hear me. That'd be a good thing, huh, man? It'd be good to know that the audio's working. We are a studio. There should be audio. I'm just saying it should sound awesome with the system that I got up. I got the if you guys are curious about what I'm dealing with here today, man, I got this really crappy it's a Galaxy Tab. I hate this thing. I don't like it. I don't mind it. My wife bought it for me, and I like her, but I think she's mad at me or something because she bought me this thing. I don't know. I'm still like trying to figure out how to use it. I did get the PDF up on it though, so there's that. I'm winning. I'm winning today. I made the thing work. I'll turn it off. There you go. Anyway, so ask away, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all got questions or comments or concerns. Oh, I think I could stream on this. I'll do that. I'll see what I look like on the stream. That's just silliness. I tell you what. Well, anyway, if anybody's got any questions, we're here for you. I got a Pro Tools session up. I can show you some stuff in Pro Tools if you really want. So ask away. We're right here. Not going nowhere. I'm going to go check this on Twitch, see what it looks like. So there you go. Oh, look. I look good, man. I look good on Twitch. I'll turn it down, though. Y'all don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear it. I'll turn it down, though. Y'all. I guess I turned it all the way up. Oh, yeah. I turned it all the way up. Sorry.
The other way.
There we go. That's the other way. That's cool, man. I've never actually seen how it looked. I mean, what if I chatted? I could chat, huh? Let me chat. I'll say hello. Hello from me. There you go. Just to see if it's working. Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's awesome. See, that's what I'm saying. Don't put that on the screen. It's stupid. Let me redo. I don't know. This is why I don't understand this thing, man. I don't understand how it works. I'll say hello again. Okay, there it is. You can put that one up there. See what it looks like. All right, I'll see what it looks like on here. Because I can tell when they come from Twitch or when they come from, Office Lurks. That's my Twitch handle that I'm looking at. Because whatever. Anyway, What time is it? Oh shit, it's only 11:30. Y'all only gonna let me do 30 minutes today? That's it? That's all we get?
What are you gonna do in the Pro Tools session?
I just had the Pro Tools up in case somebody wanted to ask a question about Pro Tools, but you know, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I don't know what to even talk about anymore. So, you know, what can we talk about? I don't know. What can we talk about? What would be interesting to know?
Comment.
If anybody commented, it'd be cool, but you know, that's fine. We can we just call it. It's cool. I don't mind. There's only 3 people. The 3 people looking at us are me, because I got my office turned on in there. I got the one in the podcast studios turned on. So you guys are watching this on YouTube later as a stream. Let me know if in the comments below. I'm also going to put in the description of this video that's going to replay on YouTube. I'll put a link to the I will put a link to the PDF for you in that, so you just click it. Okay, make it easy. I know it's Friday morning. Most people are at work. I get it. You guys shouldn't be looking at me at work because
engineering course.
Oh yeah, I guess I ought to talk about that. Y'all know we have a course, right? It's the Learn Pro Recording Audio Engineering 101. I think I'm going to change the name of that. I think I'm going to change the name of it because it's more than just learning about audio engineering. It's more than that. It's also about business. You know, there's tons of there's like 4 songs in that course that you get to download and mix. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot to it for what you get. There's way more value for what you pay for in this course. And this course is like always evolving. I'm always adding stuff to it and changing things and updating. And you guys have the course forever. Once you purchase the course, you have it forever. And as it evolves and as it changes, you get those changes and you can look at them and enjoy them. But the course is designed to take you from not knowing much and then growing you into engineering, recording, but also running your own studio. That's the biggest part of it, I think, is opening your own studio and how to go about that, how to build your studio up into having more gear, how to acquire gear for not a lot of money. There are ways to acquire gear without paying a lot of money up front. And that's all in the course. I can explain that to you. We've actually done lives and YouTube videos about that called the Studio Growth Formula. If you just go to YouTube and look up on Learn Pro Recording Studio Growth Formula, the video should come up. But I think if you go to learnprorecording.com and just sign up on the front page, I think there's this thing that says download your guide now. The guide is the Studio Growth Formula, and that's going to help you grow your studio without a lot of money up front, so you can start making money in your studio right now to pay for the gear that you have to pay for. And as you buy more gear, you can do more work. And as you do more work, you make more money, which in turn allows you to buy more gear. See how the snowball thing works? And that's what that course is about. The course is not only about how to do recording basics, but also how to grow your studio basics. Okay. So there's that. And with that, you know what? I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go have my coffee and enjoy the rest of your day.
If you have any comments, let us know. We could probably make another video regarding their comments.
Okay. Yeah. If y'all got comments, let us know. Let us know if there's anything you're struggling with. Let me know if there's anything you're struggling with, and we could either do a video on it or do a live. You know, if it's specific, get specific. If it's general, get general. I don't care. You know, on anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be about recording. It doesn't have to be about, it could be about podcasting. It could be about video. Man, I'm learning so much about cameras, and stuff like that. So check the chat, see if anything's there. Nothing. Y'all too quiet today, man. I don't know what's up.
Crazy.
Noah, what are you doing, man? You're supposed to be watching. All these people to sleep in all day, man. I don't get it. I don't know.
Lazy Friday.
Lazy Friday, I guess. Or they're not lazy and they're at work. Dude, quit your day job. Come on, hang out with us, man. It'll be fun. Go tell your boss you got to go. Come hang out with us. I'll show you how to make the money you need to make, man. You know, without working the 40 hours at the Starbucks, wherever you're at, you know? So yeah, that's kind of a horrible. We've talked about this too, man. The job thing, dude. I can't do it. I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all out there that got jobs. I don't know how you do it. It's just not for me, man. Sorry. I can't. I have a hard time dealing with it. I have a hard time dealing with people telling me what to do, where to go. Yeah, I'm married, but you know, she's okay to tell me what to do, because you know I'm used to that one. But I can't stand having somebody else tell me what to do, where to go, what time to be there, what kind of food to eat, what kind of clothes to wear when I'm there. I just don't. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that, man. Y'all can keep that. That's cool. I'm gonna do my own. So you know what, too, is the biggest thing is somebody telling me I can't make a certain amount of money. What if I want a certain amount? What if I want more? That's my thing, man. What if I want more money? You know, that's the thing too. So anyway, I can show y'all how to do that, but you got to come hang out with me. Just go to www.learnprorecording.com, sign up, get on the list, and you'll get the emails when these live things happen. You'll also get emails when cool stuff's coming up. Oh, dude, the membership and community, bro, it's so cheap. What are y'all doing? Get into the membership. George here is my new membership community manager. Okay, he's going to be helping facilitate and run the community just to keep it active. Because sometimes I don't have enough time to jump in there and do stuff, you know, just to maybe start conversations. So George was graceful enough to help me out with that, you know. So I appreciate George for that one too. So we're you know, together, man, we're trying to grow this community and the membership. Dude, the membership, you get tons of stuff in the membership that's awesome. You get access to stuff that's not really available yet for the public. So you're going to get it before the YouTubers. You're going to get it before anybody else gets it. Things like this, things like the PDFs that we put together, the blog post, the podcast. The podcast is a weekly thing that it gets put on YouTube, but you're going to get it first. You know, you're going to get it before the other guys as audio. You know, if you want his audio, you get his audio as a member. What else is a member? Oh, the community. The community is probably the best part of the membership. I think they say something like somebody said one time the membership's cool, but I stay here for the community. The community is like a private Facebook group that is just us. It's not Facebook. So we don't have to deal with the Facebook regulations or the ads or any of that stuff. It's just us. But the community is awesome, man, because if you guys have questions or comments, or you want to ask another community member something, you know, you want to tell us about your wins, tell us about a song you've mixed, share the song that you've mixed, share it on the community going, hey, what do you guys think of this, man? What do you think of this mix? What do you think of this? What do you think of this song? Whatever, man. You in the community, you can share templates, you can share plug-in presets. You share plug-in ideas, share collab ideas, whatever, man. The community is awesome. We have a great time in there, and it's building, it's growing. There's probably 30 members in there right now, man, and it's pretty cool. Sometimes it gets a little quiet, and that's why George is helping out to get people talking and things like that. You know, I go in there at least once a day to check and see if anybody's got any questions for me. You know, so the community is awesome. You can just go to learnprorecording.com, and I think where it says resources, you can click on that and join the community, join the membership. It's $27 a month. It's guaranteed, man. If you join the membership and you don't like it, let me know, man. I'll give you your money back. I don't really care. It's not about the money. It's about I'm there to help. We're all there to help as a community, to help you grow. The community also makes you accountable for things that you do in the community, you know? So if you tell the community, hey, I'm going to Cancun for a vacation, dude, we want to see pictures. What the hell? You know, be accountable for your stuff that you're talking about in the community. Not necessarily the vacation, but say, you know, hey, in the community, you might say, hey, I'm working on a mix. Okay, cool. Let us share. Let us hear it. Let us help. You know, ask us if we got any opinions. You know, maybe because we're all in this industry together. We're all in this business together. So the community is pretty awesome. Yeah. I mean, I don't talk too much about the membership, do I? I guess I don't. We should talk more about it because it's pretty cool. And like I said, man, it's cheap. Oh, dude, there's free plugins all the time. Whenever, what is it? ProToolsExpert.com. Every Friday, they have the free plugin Friday. I'm going to post it on the community. So I share it. So you guys can get it. Oh, there was one that somebody shared with me yesterday. I think it was a UAD. I think it's on my phone. It came from one of our buddies that hangs out with us. He sent me a thing. Where is it? Oh, there it is. What was it? Oh, just check. When is it? Okay. Was it this one? Oh yeah, here it is. It's Plugin Alliance is giving away a free plugin. The Shadow Hills mastering compressor and the Black Box analog design HG2, which are free. You just got to go to, what was it? It was Plugin Alliance. It's free. Ladies and gentlemen, free plugins. Come on, whether they suck or not, it's free, you know. But dude, actually one of my favorite plugins, one of my favorite reverbs was a free plugin at one time. The Sound Toys Little Plate. Couple of years ago, it was for a Black Friday special. It was free. I got it for, I don't know how much. I think it cost, I don't know how much it cost. It's not that expensive, but dude, it's one of the best reverbs ever. For snares, it's my go-to. You know what I'm saying? For vocals, let me finish that. For vocals, it's we have an Apollo, so I like the Capitol Chambers for vocals. But we should do a version of this live or something where we talk about our favorite plugins and our favorite ways to mix things. You know, that might be interesting. You guys let me know in the comments if you want something like that, man. If you want to do we can do a live mix and talk about it. We can show you some cool stuff on Pro Tools, whatever, man. We can show you some cool plugins, that we like to use and how to use them. Whatever y'all want, just let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Okay. Let me know in the comments here while we're live, or you can let me know in, the replay. Let me know in the comments on YouTube. Okay. Hey, let's get up out of here, man. I'm all done. I keep talking about stuff and I'm giving away all the stuff that I want to talk about next week. So we will see you guys next week on the live. I'll see you Sunday on the podcast, which is not live, but I'll see you there. We'll see you next week on the live, and y'all have a great weekend, man. Easter. Happy Easter, everyone that follows and enjoys that holiday. So have a great time, ladies and gentlemen. Be safe, be happy. We'll talk to you next time. Don't forget, # quit your day job. Let's make music, make your damn money. I'm out. Peace.